What's up, guys? You're officially tuned into MiraB on MiraB on Tap In Radio. Now, today is election day, so if you guys have not already, you need to make sure that you get out there and vote. From 7 to 8 p.m., I'll be on your radio, but at the same time, we have 1 hour to vote, so y'all better get it in. Now, today, we have a special guest with us. He goes by the name of Justin Stewart. Right? Yep. All right. Now, first things first, Justin. You can't come on the show and I can't ask you this. Did you vote?
I did vote, yeah.
You did vote. Okay, great. That's good. That's all we need to know. Boom. We just need to make sure that everybody is out there voting. All right, now let's get into this interview now, Justin. For those who don't know, tell us, who are you?
Well, like you said, my name is Justin Stewart. I'm 20 years old from Elizabeth, New Jersey. I'm into a bunch of stuff. I'm a model, motivational speaker, influencer. I'm just into a lot of cool, positive stuff. Okay,
that's what's up, having positive vibrations around you. I really like that. Now, we know that you have a unique story, so do you care to tell?
So you just want me to start from the beginning?
Yeah.
So I was born premature. I was diagnosed with Cleft at birth. And that came with its ups and downs and its challenges, but through my life, through my family, friends, everybody was really supportive of me through my journey and my process. Mm-hmm. And that was pretty much the start of everything. I grew up like a regular kid. Like I played sports, played basketball in high school, coached basketball in college. I was an student assistant in college. So I grew up like any normal kid. But there was always something, something a little bit different about me, I would say.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, what inspired you to use your uniqueness? What inspired you to use that as like a career? Because you're a model, so I'm pretty sure like were you discouraged at first, or did you just like always know I'm gonna get this?
I mean, it's really weird to talk about because like through the struggles and like through my journey, I always knew I would be doing something big. Okay. But I never really knew what it was. Mm-hmm. As far as my story goes, I went through a lot growing up, and I feel like I'm a lot stronger than a lot of people are. Mm-hmm. And I have a different kind of support system that not everybody has.
That's what's up.
So when I would go through those things, I would kind of think like, dang, there's a kid out there that's probably going through it, but he's got it worse. Or there's somebody out there that needs to hear, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
A story like that. Because growing up, I never saw anybody that had Cleft. I never saw anybody with the condition that I had doing anything. So I kind of just want to be that guy for like the younger kids coming up.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Now, would you say your environment has any influence on who you are today?
Of course. I mean, of course, I'm from Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in the inner city, that has its challenges too. Mm-hmm.
Wait, what did you say?
Jersey. I said in the inner city.
Oh, inner city. Yeah, okay, I just said Jersey City.
Yeah, I'm from Elizabeth, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm from Elizabeth. So that came with its challenges too. But my friends, like my main crew that I stay with, my inner circle, like we always stick together. We always ride for each other, always support each other in whatever it is that we want to do, and that kind of we motivate each other to get out of the situation.
That's what's up. That's how you're supposed to surround yourself, like around people who really care about you, have positive vibrations like you, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Now, speaking of friends, right? I did my little research, and I saw that one of your friends had commented under your post saying that you guys stood up for hours and talked about basically how you wanted to pursue a modeling career in your dorm. So I kind of want to know, like, what was that conversation like, and did you see yourself here? Okay. Well, you always knew you said so, yeah.
I could shout somebody out, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy NASA, man. That's my roommate.
Oh, okay.
That's one of my closest friends. Like that guy's gonna be at my wedding. Like we're tight. We're really tight. He's doing his thing down in Alabama right now. Okay. But yeah, I mean, college was. I went to a junior college, so
a junior college.
Yeah, so like community college.
Okay.
But I was living on campus, like I was in the dorms.
Okay.
So like for any athletes, like they know like JUCO life is just different. Like that's what we say. Like
what is that? You gotta let us know.
We're like the lowest level. You know what I'm saying? Like Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, and JUCO.
Y'all call it JUCO life?
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of kids that come out of JUCO, man, it's tough. It's a grind. Like you don't have the same facilities as other athletes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You just it's a grind. It's a real grind, and you got 2 years, and your job is just to get in and get out. Mm-hmm. So during my 2 years, my boy Nasser, that was my roommate, man, and I was doing a lot of stuff on social media. Like I had my workshop that October, which was like a year ago today, like a couple days ago, October 31st, which was a crazy milestone.
That's crazy.
But yeah, we were just in the room, like we would just stay up late in the room just talking about the things we wanted to do. And I was just telling, man, like, because of the things that was going on with social media, and I was talking to an agency that was recruiting me, which was probably one of the best moments of my life. I used to tell me, like, yo, when I graduate, like when we get up out of here, man, I'm about to just go back home, sign, and just do my thing, and I'm gonna just try my best to take off. And
so you just knew.
Just that, yeah.
That's what's up. I think that's what's up, and it's really a blessing in itself to not only have manifested, but now executing it. You're doing it now, so that's what's up. Speaking of social media, I had seen that you got 1 million views, right?
Yeah.
You touched 1 million views on something that I don't know if that was your project called Born Different, and one of your episodes touched 1 million. So tell us about that. Born Different. Is it a series?
Yeah, it's a series. They feature a lot of people. Like one of my great friends, her name's Jayza. Shout out to Lyrically Diverse. One of my great friends. She was featured on there as well. Where they just feature people that have unique differences, and they give them a chance to get on the platform and just film them like a day in the life. You know what I'm saying? So with me being a model, they film me. You know what I'm saying? What I do on a day to day, just get up, hang out with my brother. Went to a photo shoot, and it was weird because I wanted to be on set for it, but with the virus and everything, we had to do it outside.
Corona.
But we were able to adjust, and it was a great time. I knew the video was gonna get a lot of traction, but I didn't expect it.
1 million views.
Yeah, to blow the way that it did. Like yesterday, they finally put it on Snapchat yesterday. So
yeah, I was gonna ask you about that as well. I saw you was in Snapchat highlights.
Yo,
that's big. Do you know that?
Yeah, that's
was
crazy.
Big.
It was crazy. Like I just woke up. It's like 1 million phone calls, messages, and I think I went up like 3,000 followers or something like that. So it was crazy, man. But I care more about the impact than the numbers.
That's important.
Yeah, because I mean, like when I first started, of course, like we're teenagers, we were teenagers. I was definitely caught up in the numbers and the likes and the comments and shares, but if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing in the real world, social media, you know what I'm saying, doesn't really mean nothing. And it took me a while to understand that. So now I'm just focusing on the impact, focusing on the kids, focusing on the youth, focusing on other people that are doing their thing, such as yourself, just trying to support, you know what I'm saying? So,
because Jersey has a support Jersey, and I feel like it's not something that's common. A lot of people truly feel like Jersey doesn't support its own. So what do you feel like on that? Do you feel like Jersey supports Jersey?
Yes and no.
I get that a lot when I ask that question,
I feel
too.
like you ever see those posts where people be like, oh, if you from so-and-so, they be doing us dirty out here. They don't really support. I feel like it's like that wherever you live. Like if you talk to somebody from Detroit, they're going to be like, yeah, man, they don't support us out here. If you talk to somebody from Houston, they're going to be like, yeah, man, it's the same thing out here. I feel like it's like that pretty much wherever you go. I feel like the majority of I don't want to say fans, but like the majority of people that support me are complete strangers that I never even met in my life. Like people that live all over the not even the country, but all over the world, like places I never even
That's
dreamed.
pretty dope, though.
Yeah,
That's
so
dope.
I mean, I try to do my part as far as Jersey, supporting Jersey, but I mean, you can't let that stop you from chasing and achieving your dreams. Because like I said, no matter who you are, in my opinion, I feel like the majority of people that are going to support you and stand by you outside of like your core inner group are going to be people that you've never even met in your entire life.
People who genuinely rock with you, and that's what's up. So speaking of supporters, what type of interaction do you have with you and your supporters?
Oh, I would say before, I just like really tried to be as accessible as possible.
Oh, that's dope. I haven't
especially
heard that
like with the kids with Cleft. Like I think that is just so cool. Like
so you've grown a relationship with other kids?
Absolutely,
wow.
absolutely. Like whenever somebody DMs me and I read it and I know they have Cleft, like I try so hard like to take the time out to respond. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do FaceTime calls, like things like that with moms, kids, like anything that I can do, because I know when I was growing up, my mom didn't have like other moms she could talk to and be like, yo, my son's going through X, Y, and Z with his nose and his mental health. You know what I'm saying? My mom didn't have that. She didn't have like what do they call it? Like support groups and stuff like that. So if there's any like extra help, extra information, or just anything, you know what I'm saying? Like if I saw I don't know, like anybody I looked up to. Like if I got a chance to talk to SZA, like if I got a chance to talk to Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? That will motivate me so much beyond Dave East, like people that I
it's
really,
coming.
yeah,
It's coming
you know
for
what I'm
you.
saying? So I just, if I could be somebody's SZA, if I could be somebody's Dave East, you know what I'm saying, but be accessible, you know what I'm saying? They could see me like, damn, I can't believe I just got off the phone with Justin, or I can't believe Justin responded to my DM and he saw my post. He saw that I started my business, or he saw that I wanted to be a model too. Like if I can't motivate and inspire somebody else, I'm going to do the best that I can to do that. Has
any supporter touched you like emotionally yet?
Absolutely. I have like these weird emotional connections with some of the kids. Like I said, I just try to keep in touch as much as I can. I follow him. Like I know there was a kid. His name's Wyatt. I think he's about to turn 2. Like he's like 16 or 17 months old. And I've been following him since like he was born. He has the same condition as me too. So like I follow him. Like every time I see his pictures, I repost them. I comment. I'm like, hi y'all. I know like people are looking like, who is this kid? Like where is this kid from? But like I said, I just show a lot of love, show a lot of support. Just try to be that person that I needed when I was younger.
That's what's up. And yeah, that's one thing to like often forget about, being the person that you needed when you were a child. I think that's very important. Now you have started something called Smilin Within. Yeah. So I want you to touch and tell us what that's about.
I started Smilin Within, which is my brand. Well, I got my LLC now, so I'm an actual
check
business
you out.
owner. Yeah, kudos to that.
Yes, props to you.
But Smilin Within just came upon me when I was about my senior year in high school.
Okay.
And I don't know. I just kind of I'm a positive dude, so like I just want to make everybody positive. Like I want to make everybody happy. So I kind of just made like an account where I could just share as much positive content as possible. Like I just wanted to pump out positive content. Like if I saw, like I remember one of the first videos I ever posted was TD Jakes, and he talked about how everything you do in your life, you need courage to do it. Like it takes courage to be wise. It takes courage to do whatever you want to do. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, make my own platform where people could feel safe and just get inspired like on a day-to-day basis. And now it's kind of taking a life of its own, of course, and I'm just enjoying every single step. I'm just enjoying it.
Wow, Justin, that's what's up. Like that's really what's up. The world needs more people like you. It's really important to have people who, you know, fuel off of positivity. And speaking of positivity, I know that sometimes when you're so positive all the time, you know what I'm saying, sometimes it can be a little draining. Sometimes we get our off days too, you know? So it's like, how do you rejuvenate? How do you collect yourself again?
I think that's a great question, because being in the public eye, and not only being in the public eye, but being a role model, like being considered a role model, there is a lot of pressure. And I feel like sometimes I kind of got to be on my P's and Q's 24/7. Like I have to make sure everything's right. Like I have to make sure, you know what I'm saying? Because there's so many people looking at you. Every little thing is praised, and every little thing is criticized.
Right.
So I would say like sometimes you can forget that you're just a regular person. You get caught up in the grind. You get caught up in the support and the supporters. You kind of forget like, yo, sometimes you just got to get off your phone. Like sometimes you got to take days for yourself. Sometimes you just gotta meditate. Sometimes you just gotta pray. Like you get caught. At least for me, I know I get caught up so much in the process. I kind of forget to take care of myself. Like I literally have reminders in my phone, like to eat. It's like, yo, did you eat today? Like,
it's like that.
Yo, cause I be so caught up like in everything else. Like I literally forget to eat sometimes. So, I mean, for me, I would say being by myself is kind of what I do to kind of decompose.
Okay.
Sometimes I like turn my phone off, even if it's for 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 10 minutes straight, 5 minutes straight. Like that may not be a lot, but it'll definitely help me like throughout each and every day. Because it does get a lot, and sometimes it does get overwhelming.
I can imagine. I can imagine. Especially, do people like come to you when they like looking for like positive vibes?
Yeah. So I got my life coaching certification.
Oh, okay.
So when I was like, when I was kind of like practicing before I got my certification, like I had like, I guess you could say quote unquote clients that I was kind of practicing on, and I just did the best that I could to help them. But sometimes it gets hard, you know what I'm saying? Like outside of me being a life coach, just being a friend, being a role model, it's like I'm not a therapist, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's weird, like when people ask me for like relationship advice or like just stuff that I'm really not, you know what I'm saying, really knowledgeable about the most. It's weird because I'm just like, I mean, I don't know, like, did you shower today? Like what did you do? Like I don't even know what to say. So I just try to be myself, try to be there for each and every person, and just that's just pretty much how it goes.
Okay. Now, for those of us who don't fully understand what a life coach entails, can you list that for us?
I feel like everybody has their own definition of what a life coach is. For me, I just try to help people as much as they can to find their purpose in life. I feel like I got really, 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 really lucky. Like, my childhood was rough, but I know right now I can say, like, at 20 years old, I found my purpose. Like, I know what I'm supposed to do in my life, and nobody can tell me otherwise. Nobody can tell me different, and nobody's going to stop me from achieving that.
Right.
And
that's the mindset you have to have, because this is a very tough industry. Tough industry. Speaking of modeling, who do you look to for, like, inspiration? Like,
I got a lot of people. Mostly, like,
let me see if I know some models.
I know Alton's pretty cool. I don't know his last name, but he just did a really big shoot with Naomi Campbell.
Okay.
Sadie Exotic, she's dope. My friend Jay's lyrically diverse. She's dope.
Okay.
Those are like
that's
the
dope
people
when
that
your
I look up.
friends
Yeah.
are
Those are people that I
inspirations.
look up to the most. Like, it's weird. My friend Monique Yvonne, like, she's really dope. She's a really good friend of mine. Like, we ended up just connecting like probably a week ago, and she's been like a great friend to me. A lot of words of encouragement and help. So
That's what's up.
mostly the people that I look up to as far as modeling goes, they're kind of like in my circle. You know?
Wow, I expected you to hit me with some celebs. I really did. I'm shocked.
I mean, like, the people that I know, I'm striving to get where they're at. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really where I want to be at. So I'll see them posting. They're like, oh, they're at a shoot or they're doing something. It's like, bro, what are you doing? You on your phone?
Yeah, I got to do
Instagram.
something.
Like, I got to work. So
I have that same mindset. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, like, people that you know what I'm saying, that are not necessarily in my inner circle, but I have them around me and they're a part of my network. I definitely look up to them a lot. All those people that I just named are definitely people that I aspire to become.
Okay, that's what's up. Now, I know modeling is kind of like a freelance thing where, like, it's like you come when you're called.
Yeah.
So, like, when you're doing your own shoots and stuff, how do you get, like, new inspirations, like, new themes?
I don't know. Sometimes it's based off of the photographer.
Okay.
One thing that I found most inspiring about being a model, I've worked with, like, so many different photographers, right? And I have the same exact face. Like, my face has not changed from my first shoot to the last shoot that I had. But every picture comes out so different. Every angle is so different because every photographer has their own perspective of how they view you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could look
Very
at me
interesting.
one way from your point of view, but my man can look at me a completely different way. You know what I'm saying? But when y'all both put it on paper, or when y'all both take that camera out and y'all both work on it and edit and do whatever y'all got to do, it's like, here's this beautiful, you know what I'm saying?
Finished product
that I got. So that's pretty much what I would say about that.
Okay, that's what's up. That's really what's up. I mean, I'm pretty sure you enjoy the creative process behind it, and then you see the finished product, and you like, dang, yo, like, that's really dope.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like, my first shoot was with Lydia Hudgens. She's a really good photographer. I was so nervous. I was so scared. It was my first photo shoot, and I did it outside too.
Okay. Was it like hot or cold outside?
It was actually hot. It was crazy.
That's good though.
It was hot. I had on, like, this brown shirt.
Okay.
And I was scared because I was sweating so much. I didn't want to bleed my shirt. You know what I'm saying? Because I was outside. But I remember leaving. Like, I literally left, and I was like, I'm not really sure how the picture's gonna come out. Like, it was my first shoot. Like, I didn't do enough. I knew, like, I didn't have enough poses in my game. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's kind of like basketball. Like, for a post player, you got to have, like, a certain amount of moves, or you're not gonna score the ball. It's kind of like that with modeling. Like, you got to have different poses in your arsenal. So it was my first shoot, and I didn't really have, like, a lot of poses. So I was like, I'm really nervous. And then when I got the pictures back, I was like, oh my goodness, like, I look really good. Like, I look really good.
That's what's up.
And it just boosted my confidence all the way up. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how that goes.
What do you wish to get? Like, you know how some female models want to get to the VS stage. What do you wish to get?
As far as, like, accomplishments?
No. Yeah. Absolutely. Accomplishments.
I mean, I don't know. And I hate to say I don't know, but right now I'm just this is probably one of the first things in my life that I've given 110% to. Like in school, I never gave 110%. You know what I'm saying? Like, or just things in my life, I never. It's like weird. You think you give 100%, but you really don't know until you get pushed to the limit. So I would say this is probably the first time in my life where I've been able to give 100%, and just give my all to it. So as far as like goals or anything, I'm not even focused on that. I'm just trying to be, you know what I'm saying, the best model I can be. And when I give 110%, as you can see, like, good things come out of that.
You just got to take it day by day, because even I know, like, you know, it's those days where you're having a little bit of self-doubt about where you're going to get, but you got to push through. And so what advice will you give to people who are trying to pursue a modeling career as you are?
I would just say don't quit.
Very big.
Nipsey has this quote where he says that, like, people always want to talk about talent and skill and all these other things, but what separated me from everybody else is that I didn't quit. I didn't give up. When I signed, it was because I got scouted off of Instagram, because I was doing all the things through social media, sharing my story through Instagram.
Okay.
And one of the biggest things that I noticed that I didn't know before until I got into the industry was how hard it was to get signed. Like, it's like music. It's the same. It's the same concept. So I'm like reading all these DMs or like having these conversations with aspiring models and everything. And they're just like, wow, you got signed, or I've been doing this, I've been doing that. Like, I've been trying to get signed for 5 years, or I did this many shoots and I still didn't get signed. And I'm like, wow, well, dang, dude, like, you blessed. Like, you got signed fresh off of social media, you know what I'm saying? So it's really hard. Like, I didn't realize how hard it is, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like with any dream or with anything that you're going to do, there's going to be moments where you're just like, yo, I do not want to do this no more. I want to pack in a bag. I want to go home. I want to call mama. Like, I just want to go home. Like, whatever it is. Like, I need to talk to my girl. Whatever it is. Like, I just want to pack it in, go home. Like, this ain't for me. I want to start over, try something new. But I feel like when I went through those moments, as far as sharing my story and branching out my network and trying to just get my foot in the industry, that was the best thing that I ever could have done, was not quit.
Wow.
Not give up, because if I would have, I would not be on Tea Time with MiraB. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be here. So the biggest piece of advice I could say is just stay resilient, stay hungry, and don't let anybody take your dreams away from you. Like, it's a lot of negative people out here. It's a lot of people that want to see you fall, want to see you fail. And there'll be people that sit right next to you and talk to you every day. Like, that's one thing that I learned. Like, fake support is real. Fake support is really real.
Definitely.
So I would just say, like, when those negative people try to get in your ear, like, I have people say, "Oh, like, you're starting a little business, like your little business. Oh, you're not gonna be."
Those little slick comments.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying. You're not gonna be a successful model because of this or because of that. Like, it's hard to not let it get to you, but I never let those comments like dictate my decisions. It will hurt. You know what I'm saying. Words will always hurt, but I never let it influence my next move. Never. So that's probably the best piece of advice I could give is just don't quit. And other than the people that are telling you, like, yo, you could do it, let me help you, or just straight supporters, if it's not them, if it's not positive vibes, I don't want to curse, but it's like, stay the F away from them.
Okay.
Like stay as far away from them as you possibly can. You know, like run as far away as you can. So.
Do you like notice that immediately, like when somebody's vibe is off, or does it take you a while to kind of like fill them out?
It depends. I would say right now, because of everything that's going on with me, I've been on high alert because I really don't know what people's intentions are. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people asking for favors. A lot of people asking for certain things. Yeah, and it's like some of the people are people that I knew that didn't support me or said certain things about me that weren't positive. You know what I'm saying? So right now I would just say I'm on high alert.
Okay.
You just gotta be aware of who's around you. You gotta be aware of who you bring in your company, because I've learned that any ounce of negativity, any ounce of the devil, like any little piece of negativity, if you let that touch you and you let it sit long enough, it will spread throughout your whole entire body if you let it sit long enough. So other than like my main guys, like my guys, they call it the skeezers, the real skeezers.
The skeezers.
Outside of my guys, man, they know who they are. But outside of them, it's really nobody that I could really, you know what I'm saying, like get that close to me because you're not really sure what anybody, famous or not, you're not really sure what anybody's intentions are.
Right.
You know?
Right. So. Now, before we get into this Jersey spotlight, I just want to make sure that I commend you for just being the person that you are. And it doesn't mean that we're over. If you sit right there, we're not going nowhere. You guys know Jersey supports Jersey, so I gotta put Jersey artists on, right? Yeah. It's only right. All right, so we'll be back with more from Justin Stewart right after this. You guys are about to listen to Stranger featuring Trey Budden, Wrong Things.
We been getting bands, man. I see you hating from the sideline, tell a nigga,
MiraB, and you guys just heard the official Jersey spotlight for today, which was Stranger feat Trey Budden, Wrong Things. Okay, now with all of that being said, Justin, first off, let's give a shout out to my boy Hassan, because for a while now I was telling Hassan how I wanted to interview Justin, and look,
no, I'm here.
Hassan, he never came through on that part, but it was fate because we found our way to each other still.
Shout out to my boy Haas, man.
Right.
Great older brother, man.
How do you guys know each other?
I met Haas through my best friend Marquise.
Okay.
Queso. That's his rap name. So my boy Queso, we went to high school together. We went to like late middle school together too. And through Marquise, I met Haas, and then through Haas, I met, you know what I'm saying, everybody, Steve, Mill, MiraB. I met all those guys.
You know the whole gang.
Yeah, and they so supportive, man. Like it's crazy. I'm happy that they let me into their brotherhood, to their family. So
that's what's up, because those are a group of boys who are definitely determined with great minds. So I will say that they definitely have great minds on them. So shout out to Hassan, because he was definitely advocating for this to go on for the longest.
Shout out to the guys, man.
Yes, shout out to Hassan. Now, we were talking about your modeling career earlier. For those of you who are just tuning in with us, we're talking to the one and only Justin Stewart, who is a side model and creator of Smilin Within.
Yeah.
Now, Justin, I wanted to ask, is you like being a model, does that ever like conflict with like your dating life?
Not really. I mean, I wouldn't say modeling per se. I would say social media is giving me like a lot of attention, as far as that goes. But I feel like I'm just focusing on myself, focusing on my brand, focusing on the business, and just take it from there.
That's right. Now, is the love overwhelming at times?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes the DMs stay busy, Snap stays busy. So I'm definitely appreciative of the love. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I just stay to myself. You know?
That's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, with you within your friends, right?
Yeah.
Like your circle.
Yep.
That's what's up. And you surround yourself with people who inspire you on a daily basis. So that's also what's up too. I think that's really dope. Now, you guys who are tuned in, you guys know what time it is, right? Today, just like every other Tuesday, I ask you guys a question of the day. Now let me get to it. So today's question of the day is, what do you say to people who decided to sit this election out and not vote? What do you have to say about that?
I feel like this is one of the biggest elections of our time. But I would also like to say, before I share my opinion, things that affected me, things that affected my other college students, were the absentee ballots, and some of my friends weren't allowed to vote because there were like weird rules and restrictions due to them being out-of-state college students being home for more than 4 to 5 months due to the virus and everything. So it was like a lot of weird, shaky stuff going on with that. But for the people that specifically decided not to vote, I'm not going to sit here and be all crazy negative like I saw all the people answering questions and stuff about you not having a voice and things like that. I would just encourage people to not let this be a consistent pattern in your life. In another 4 years, you'll be able, you know what I'm saying, you'll be faced with the same decision again.
Right.
And 4 years after that, you'll be faced with that same exact decision again. So I would just encourage people to vote in the next upcoming elections and things like that. And the presidency, I get it, it's weird. It's a lot of shady stuff going on up there too. But voting local, you know what I'm saying, that's something that should be a must.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that would probably be like the best, you know what I'm saying, piece of advice I would give. I feel like our people fought for us to have the right to vote. They didn't even have a choice. You know what I'm saying? So for them to fight for the right to vote, I feel like that should mean something to all of us.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I was definitely going to get there because you can't talk about voting and not acknowledge the fact that for many years, Black people were not granted the quote-unquote right to vote. So, and they definitely did fight for our right today, so we must exercise that right, being that we have it. So let's get into these responses before I give my official thought on it. Let's get into these responses. Let's see what some people said. Question of the day. What do you say to people who decided to sit out this election and not vote? Okay, someone said they are being selfish and that they should go vote. Okay, someone else said they shouldn't have an opinion on the election since they didn't vote. Someone else said they are part of the problem. Not voting literally doesn't help. ... Literally. Now, how do you feel about people who say, like, we're choosing the lesser evil and at the end of the day, it's white supremacy? We're a sellout to ourselves. Like, how do you feel about those consciously aware people?
I feel like all the candidates have baggage and they have bad things that they've done. And by the candidates, I mean both the president, the vice president, and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, excuse me. I feel like they've said some, and done some pretty alarming things as far as the African American community goes. I'm not gonna give my opinion on all four of them per se.
Yeah, no.
But as far as people saying that, I can see why people are saying that. I feel like this election is just different. You know what I'm saying? I've never, at least in my opinion, in my life, I've never heard somebody say, if you don't vote, that's a vote for Trump. Or like when Obama was running, I never heard somebody say, if you didn't vote, then that's a vote for some. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else.
Yeah.
So I feel like this election is just it's really, really, really big. Seeing the things on social media, as far as the whole Civil War thing trending right now,
right?
Or just the things that are going on in the African American community. So I would just say, like I said before, like saying a bunch of negative things, I feel like that's not really going to get us anywhere. I feel like we just need to do our part to educate each other,
right,
and to encourage each other. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, you know what I'm saying, you're a part of the problem, or you're doing this, you're doing that. Encourage somebody. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? You made not a great decision, but in the next 4 years, you're going to be faced with that same decision. You need to make the right choice. You know what I'm saying? So, but also, I know I'm talking a lot, but also,
no.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Some people feel like they don't want to vote. If that's what somebody wants to do, who am I to say, you know what I'm saying, you're making the wrong decision or you're making the right decision? That's our people fought for us to have the right. They didn't have a choice. They fought for us to have the choice.
Right.
So if that's what you want to do with your choice, then that's what you want to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do with my decision. You know. So.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but you're on MiraB, so I can't even let you like say that and then I not challenge you because. Okay. For the people who are saying that they won't vote for X, Y, Z, whatever the reason is, right? You have those same people who call the people who are voting dumb, and then down the line when things are not going right for the minority community, they have this to say, that to say, and the third to say, when really your point in saying something would have been to vote.
Absolutely. My dad used to say that all the time, like, if you don't vote, I don't want to hear you complain about nothing.
Nothing.
You know,
like
I don't want to hear you complain. I don't want to hear you say nothing, because you're absolutely right. Your vote is your voice. You know what I'm saying? So.
And if your vote didn't matter, they wouldn't be trying to manipulate it, okay? Yeah. They would not be trying to suppress it, okay?
Yep. They got all this shady stuff going on with mail-in ballots, Trump saying all this. I'm not going to get too political, but Trump over here saying all this crazy stuff about how if he doesn't win, it's a scam, people cheated because of mail-in ballots, but nobody is talking about how Trump has used mail-in ballots. So, I mean, it is what it is. I try not to get caught up in other people's decisions. Like I said, I just try to be encouraging and I try to be as encouraging and as uplifting as I possibly can. So.
Right. So speaking of voting, how have you used your platform to encourage your followers to vote?
I'm not gonna lie, because you can easily go on my page and see what I got going on. I haven't really been that vocal as far as voting. But I've definitely used my platform and been vocal as far as what's going on in the African American community.
Great. I was hoping.
Yeah. It's been a crazy year. I made a post a few months ago titled "Dear Black Man," and I talked about some of the things that Black men go through on a day-to-day basis that it's hard for us to really talk about and to express. And I feel like those kinds of things that we go through aren't really our fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, there were things put in place to make us the way that we are today.
Right.
So as far as voting goes, I wouldn't really say I've been as vocal as I should be. And I'm definitely going to make, like I said, I'm definitely going to make a better decision in the upcoming 4 years to be more vocal and to be more encouraging for people to vote. But as far as the things that are going on in the communities with police brutality and all the terrible, terrible things that are going on, I've definitely tried my best to use my platform to not only encourage others, but to educate others as well.
Right, amazing answer. If you guys want to see more responses from that question of the day, head on over to @MiraB on Instagram and let me know what you guys think. What do you say to people who decide not to vote? Let me know. Do they get a pass or we grilling them? All right, now we want to know more about Justin. So Justin, I must ask you, what has been your biggest accomplishment yet? Like, what is something that you are like so proud of yourself for accomplishing thus far?
I would say, I don't know. I have a few things that I hold close to my heart, but I would probably say.
Do tell.
I would probably say the day that I signed.
Okay.
It wasn't like a really eventful day. Like, of course, when people accomplish things like that, you know what I'm saying? People go to the club, people party, celebrate, pop bottles, whatever people do.
Right.
But we were stuck in quarantine, you know what I'm saying? So literally, I sat on my kitchen table and
No family gathering?
I had my family there.
Oh, okay.
I just sat at my kitchen table, signed that dotted line, and
wow.
it was one of the most like exhilarating feelings of my life, you know, because I didn't know how it was going to turn out because everybody's career is different. And with modeling, things can be inconsistent at times. But lucky for me, I started off really hot, really fast.
Wow.
So I would say signing to We Speak. Shout out to We Speak Model. Shout out to Brianna. She's great. Brianna's just the best. But yeah, I would say signing. I would say getting my LLC was dope because it was such an easy process.
That is dope.
I was literally sitting on my laptop and I was like, wow, it was that easy. Why didn't I do this a long time ago? So I would say that yeah, it's that easy. So definitely, if anybody has a brand out there, yo, take that $250, $200, whatever it is, yo, go get that LLC. Like, it's a great feeling to say that. Ashley, go get that LLC, Ash. But yeah, just to be able to say like, I have a Black-owned business, or I'm a business owner.
Yes.
Just to be able to say that, and it means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying?
It should.
I don't, outside of I'm the first business owner in my immediate family. Like in my immediate family, I'm the first one to really have my own business. So, I think that's a really big accomplishment. And there's some other things in there. Graduating college. I mean, I got my 2-year degree. I got my associate's in psychology, which was dope.
Oh, me too. That's my major as well. That's
yeah,
dope.
Serious.
Look at us. That's dope.
So yeah, it's a bunch of things I could throw in there.
Okay, so so far, I just want to say congrats on all your accomplishments. That was really dope, what you just listed. But then I also wanted to ask you, like, being that we're in this day and age, not only are Black businesses thriving in the time of now, but also we have things like COVID in the way. So how has COVID, like, affected you? And how have you, like, prevailed?
It's been tough. Not trying to be cocky or anything, but I feel like I've missed out on a lot of opportunities because of COVID.
Okay.
But that's just the situation that we're in. I'm not the only one that's missed out on opportunities because of COVID.
Right.
I'm not the only one who had to sit on the sideline because of COVID. You know what I'm saying? So this will pass. You know what I'm saying? We just have to keep respecting the guidelines and respecting not necessarily what our president is telling us to do, but the smarter people are telling us to do as far as wearing your mask.
Don't inject yourselves with bleach, kids.
No, don't do that, and don't be around 1,000 people with no mask on or anything like that. So I would just say, yeah, it'll pass. Things will change. Things will get better. We just have to, you know what I'm saying, stay patient.
Now, aside from modeling, is there any other hidden talents you have that you want to share with us before we get out of here?
Hidden talents? I don't know, man. Like, I can't dance, which is crazy.
Wait, hold up. All Black people got a little rhythm, a little two-step.
Listen, shout out to my dad. You blame my dad for that.
Oh, man.
I ain't got no type of rhythm. I feel like one thing that I want people to know more. Not necessarily want people to know more about, but I feel like I wanted to get more recognition because it's something that I still love to do. Would definitely be basketball.
Really? What position?
No, I was coaching in college. I was a student assistant coach at my college. Shout out to Snead State. Shout out to Snead U and all those guys. They're doing big things all over the country right now, playing ball, chasing their dreams, trying to play ball. But I would say basketball. I mean, my dad was a pretty big time coach at Elizabeth High School. Coached there many years. And it took me a while to fall in love with the game. It took me a long time to fall in love with the game, but when I did, I hold it dear to my heart, and I'm just gonna continue. If it doesn't conflict with, you know what I'm saying, my schedule with modeling, I'm gonna try my best to continue to
That's
coach.
what's up. I only asked about the basketball thing with position because I played basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a shooting guard.
Okay.
So
I played in high school. I was a shooting guard too.
What's your sign? I have to ask everybody. If you watch the show, you know I ask everybody. What's your sign?
Okay, I am a Virgo.
Oh,
I'm a Virgo.
really?
Yeah, I'm a Virgo.
Virgo's a dude. My best friend is a Virgo.
We are the best sign. You know what I'm saying? We're the best
sign. But thank you so much, Justin, for coming. Please let everyone know how we can stay in touch with you, see what you have coming up.
You guys can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram's _Justin Stewart. And to tap in with the podcast and all the inspirational content, you can tap into my other Instagram, which is Smilin.Within.
Yes, okay, and you guys know that you're locked in with your girl MiraB on T MiraB. Follow me at T with MiraB on Instagram and on Twitter at T with MiraB with the _. And don't forget to check out that YouTube channel. Do not forget to check out that YouTube channel, okay? Like, comment, subscribe, support.
Facts.
Mainly, why?
Jersey support Jersey.
Period, okay. All right, we'll see you guys next Tuesday, 7 p.m. And at least we'll know who our president will be.